This tweet right here went viral. 4.3 million views, right? Because I talked about this New York Times article. Okay, New York Times found that dating for women in New York City is so brutal that some dating events are charging women $100 and men $0 for attendance ratio still 3-1 women to men. So let's go ahead and because Brett Cooper tries to downplay the severity of this situation. So let's go ahead and react to it, and give some commentary like she does.
A certain post on X broke the entire platform yesterday, and it was this from an account called Short Squeeze. This person wrote, "Breaking. The New York Times found the dating for women in NYC is so brutal that some dating events are charging women $100 and men $0, and the attendance ratio is still 3-1 women to men." And that got almost 11 million views in 24 hours. An AI image or not, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can see that this is very clearly AI generated. But the Red Pill Bros immediately took this information as a win, just reveling in how much men now have all of the power in the dating market. They have control. And listen, all of that is fine.
Okay, no one is saying that men have all the power. What we're identifying is that men are slowly getting the power, and the women don't see that coming because they're. That's what we're trying to say.
And dandy, get excited, be happy, but I just have to say, it really does feel like a certain sect of the internet just wants men and women to hate each other. They profit off of that. A healthy, fruitful society where men and women live in harmony.
See, and this is female privilege here, right? So from her perspective, she's looking at it like, oh, you're profiting off of teaching guys to hate women. No, actually, it's quite the opposite, right? If Brett Cooper actually ever listened to one of my broadcasts like the whole way, she would understand that I teach men this so that they don't hate women for what they'll never be to them, which is an idealistic lover that likes them for them, that wants to actually be around them for them. Like, because the problem is this, a lot of guys view relationships through the lens of of idealism. And the issue with that is that women are not idealistic lovers. They're opportunistic lovers. And most guys don't figure this out until they get slapped in the face with reality, with how modern women really move. And for a lot of guys, they don't know how to react to this. A lot of times they react to it via violence. So if anything, I'm teaching guys that they don't lose their mind and kill over getting cheated on. Because the problem is this. A lot of guys react to the red pill differently. Okay? A lot of guys react to the red pill with rage. And I'd rather them rage figuring this out with me giving them the information, then they walk in on their girl getting some from Nigeria and then taking that on their girl right there. That's the difference. But obviously, Brett doesn't understand this. And I'll talk about this a little bit more, why she doesn't understand this. But we'll keep going.
Harmony and work together, it just doesn't seem like part of their plan. Let me explain. Now, before we dive into this story, obviously you guys can see I am in a new space. We officially have our new set. This has been something that I've wanted to do for many months now, between babies and holidays and sickness and ice storms.
That set still sucks. You look at my over here, bro. I'm in a spaceship, and I'm doing this myself, live streaming, not pre-recorded, still high quality cameras. I would be streaming this 4K if I could, but Kick only does 1080p. But I have the ability to stream in 4K, chat. You guys have seen it. So, hey, man, we go hard to paint. We go hard to paint. No fucking pre-editing or any of this. We do it live, bro. And I'm doing it myself. Okay. Anyway, let's keep cooking.
Got delayed. I wanted to have this for the 1-year anniversary of the show, but a bit delayed. But anyway, new space. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy to be
trash. Women, it's garbage, but let's keep going.
Recording in this new studio. So thank you guys for supporting us for the last year. I'm having so much fun. I love doing the show and I love this new space and I hope that you guys love it too. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to
women, bro. Holy yap.
Special story. Let's see how many people on X I can off today. Now, the first and most obvious reaction to this post and this article was that men do not go out anymore because the women do not look like the AI-generated hotties that were in this post. Somebody said because they all look more like this. And here's another AI.
That's facts. Chicks from New York do look like that. Bro, I've been telling you, look, I've been saying this for a long time, but let me say it for all you guys because a lot of people are new here. New York City is overrated in every single way. The girls aren't hot. It's cold. It's expensive. and it's filled with stupid. Just keep it a bug with y'all, and it's filled with crime. New York City sucks.
Saying that dating in New York City.
And trust me, I know. Why do I know? Because I lived in Boston for many years. Guess what Boston is filled with? New Yorkers. Okay? Guess what New Yorkers also filled with? People from New England. People from the Northeast tend to be very similar, guys. Okay?
City looks more like this than the hot AI-generated girls in mini dresses in that tweet. You are living in a city that elected Mamdani after all. One guy on Reddit, this was in regards to
we can agree on that one. Mamdani is
these dating events, said, I don't go because I meet hotter women on the apps.
God, it feels good to be able to say what I want to say. Yes, Mamdani is a
Bomboka.
yes, he is. Socialist say by he doesn't back the police and a Shiite, bro. Come on. Come on, man.
Every single time I went to these events, it is always filled with women who I am not attracted to. Maybe like women in the pink hats. This comment was also hilarious. The average lady looking for a date at these events.
Yes, that's true. They're in their 30s. They're annoying. They're insufferable. They're fatter. They're not hot.
And it is the journo that was pressing Sydney Sweeney on her controversial jeans ad, of course. I do want to push back a little bit on this because when I was in New York a couple of weeks ago, I went to EV Magazine's End of Fashion Week party, and I just have to say, gentlemen, it was chock full of conservative-leaning hot women. Hot women.
They probably don't live in New York City. And they're not from New York City. Okay? But that is a minority. Also, I don't trust female opinions when they say, oh, this girl's hot. Bro, all of us have been here. And you guys know exactly what I'm about to say right now. How many times has some woman come up to you and said, meet my friend. She's so hot. Huh? You show up 300 pounds. She's really cute. She's so nice. But she looks like a gargoyle. I never trust female opinions when they say my friend is hot or a girl's attractive. I never trust it, bro. Because number one, women are. Number two, they're horrible assessors of another woman's beauty. It's in their biology to be competitive and hate women. Okay? They always say, not always, but a lot of the times, whenever a woman tells me my friend is hot or a female's hot, it's because they like that girl and they're going off their personality. They're not looking at them from a physical feature perspective. They're looking at them like, she's my friend and she's nice. But women don't understand that for us, looks is like the majority. For women, personality, charisma, charm, that matters. For us, bro, it's over. You're not gonna charm us into taking you seriously. You're gonna be a slow Tuesday, 2 a.m., sneaky link.
Tall, like the Empire State Building, dressed to the nines, great conversation, so they do not all look like SJWs coming out of Portland or Seattle. Anyway, for context, this did not come from a New York Times article. This actually started with a New York Times podcast on Sunday about how Tinder is done, dating apps are over, swiping is over, and they had on a few of these reporters and columnists to discuss what singles in the city are doing instead. And one of these reporters talked about dating events. Let's take a listen. This is what sparked that tweet.
I went to an event the following night, and it could not have been more different from the first event.
What was it?
Yeah, so I heard about this second event through a friend, and it was a sort of wine mixer. I think what really got me interested in this particular event was the fact that tickets for women were $100 and tickets for men were free.
Oh my God, I think my soul just left my body.
Okay, that's important. Oh my God, I think my soul just left my body. Why? We need to analyze why she said that, okay? We can't gloss over that. That's a very important. The reason why she feels like her soul just left her body is because women are used to living life on easy mode when it comes to dating. They're used to not paying for anything. They're used to being entitled. They're used to getting male attention and getting drinks and all given to them simply because of the fact that they have a vagina. That handout is slowly closing. Guys are waking up. Guys are realizing that most women are useless because they never had to be useful. Okay? That window of using is slowly closing, bro. And females don't like it. Now, again, I still think we're many years out. I talk about this in my book, Why Women Deserve Even Less, by the way. I predicted that this was going to happen. It's happening a little faster than I thought. I ain't gonna lie. But things are shifting. The tables are slowly turning. And her soul just left her because women are not used to spending money in the pursuit of men. I'm going to say that again. Women are not used to, nor do they want to, spend any of their earnings in the pursuit of a man. Okay? Especially at social events. You guys must understand the reason why women don't like doing this is because women look at it as a game. Okay? You guys, this is going to really red pill, but I need you mother to understand it. Listen up. This is going to save your life. I'm dead. You need to understand that when women go out, okay, and they go to the bar, they go to the club, what they're doing is they're secretly playing a game. And the game is this. How much male attention can I get? How many phone numbers can I collect of hot guys? And then also, not text back, and how many VIPs can I get into? How many men approach me, etc. It's a game to them. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Going out for women, a lot of the times, is a game. How much access can I get? Which celebrities can I meet? How much drinks can I get? How many VIPs can I get into? How many looks can I get? How much attention can I get? Okay? It's a game. They go out in groups, and they're there to do that. Because I will say this. There are times where women go out with zero intention of actually talking to guys or doing anything. They're just there to collect attention and feel better about themselves. This is why women that are in relationships value girls' nights out so much. You guys want to know why? Big appeal for you. Because since women, right, literally bring no value to society outside of their sexual market value, what ends up happening is girls that are in long-term relationships feel a little depressed sometimes because maybe their guy doesn't give them the same level of attention. Maybe he doesn't they feel like he doesn't value them as much. Whatever they're stupid. So what they'll do is, periodically, they'll have a girls' night. Translation, let me assess where my sexual market value stands right now, even though I've been in a relationship. How capable am I of replacing my guy? This is the fucking hardcore fucking truth about why women actually still go out when they're in relationships. They need a pick me up. Why do they need to pick me up? Because females derive their value from how they look.
One account posted, "You're telling me the last 15 years of women saying men aren't good enough isn't working out for them? LMFAO. And I mean, touche, you're not wrong. Another person commented and said, "The dirty secret of today's sexual marketplace is that men with good looks and game are having a field day. They have their choice of great women who cannot demand commitment from them. The sexual revolution has made women all go for the same top 20% of men, and if you are in the top 20%, it is truly a golden age."
That is true, but I would argue it's not the top 20% now. It's really down to like the top 5 to 10. Their Pareto principle doesn't even apply anymore. It's literally that I would argue the top 5 to 10% now. Closer to 5. Not even the top 20 no more. Now, I will say this, though. It is easier to get into the top 20% of men because there's so many out there and so many ass niggas, right? Like the dumb comment in my chat that say the dumb they do. But to say that there's excuse me. But to say top 20% is going to get you having a field day with women, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's going to be 10 and sub. 10 and sub percent. The guys that are really cleaning house, the guys that are like 50 new girls a year, right? Those dudes, smashing, let's be honest here. If you're smashing like between 1 to 4 new girls a month, that's gonna put you in the top percentile, bro. That's like 10% and sub 10% of the top guys doing that. Very few guys are doing that.
Now, there are so many comments, and you'll see this, where they're acting like this is all a newfangled issue, like, men are back on top. But I look at this and I'm like, if we're talking about the top 20% of men in terms of, attractiveness and success, money, whatever it is, I feel like it's always been a golden age for them. They've been getting girlfriends, they've been dating around.
And this goes to show that this is why you guys should never listen to women. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Top 20% of guys still struggle quite a bit. Because even guys in the top 20% don't qualify for a lot of women, unfortunately.